Congressman Jack, have you heard of e-Congress?
What is e-Congress?
Congressmen using teleconferencing and video conferencing to work and vote from their home districts instead of living in D.C.
Would I be able to ever live in D.C.?
You are required by the Constitution to return for 1 week in December. Other than that, you'd go for occasionally throughout the year, but you and your family would be living and voting amongst us.
I think that is a terrible idea.
Why?
For starters, I don't want the citizens looking over my shoulder all the time and asking me questions about what I am doing.
Why don't you want us to know what you are doing?
Think about it. Those bills are 2,000 pages. Do you think that I want to read 2,000 pages of anything? Not even the Bible is that long.
Shouldn't you know what is in the laws you are expecting us to live?
That is the last thing I want. The laws are written by lobbyists. Citizens wouldn't like what they read.
Who are lobbyists?
They're large corporations, organizations and rich people that give me money in exchange for favors that make them more rich and more powerful.
What kind of favors?
Like bailouts, putting their smaller competitors out of business, or a tax break.
But doesn't that mean higher prices, higher unemployment, and higher taxes for everyone else?
Yes, but if I don't take their money, how else am I going to buy all of those expensive TV ads to convince you that I am doing a good job?
Who are these large corporations and rich people?
Companies like Goldman Sachs and Monsanto's.
Is this the same Goldman Sachs that got billions of our taxpayer dollars to get bailed out?
Yes. They contributed $5.6 million to campaigns the same year that you bailed them out.
Did they fund your campaign?
Of course. They fund everyone's campaigns. How else do you think that they got everyone to vote for the bailout?
If you work in your home district, you wouldn't need expensive campaigns to get reelected, because with complete transparency and accountability, people would know the quality of your work.
I like meeting lobbyists and living in D.C. I don't ever want to go home.
Why?
My kids go to the best school, we have a driver, a maid, we dine at the finest restaurants, and D.C. is beautiful and immaculately maintained city.
We have schools in your home district.
My kids will never get into Harvard after graduating from the dropout factory.
But weren't you elected to fix these issues?
Sure, but I live in Washington now.
The kids that drop out of school end up in prison.
I don't care.
There's 20% unemployment in our district.
Not my problem.
The prices of food and gasoline are skyrocketing.
I don't care.
But people can't afford to eat or heat their homes.
I don't care.
So help me understand. You are creating laws that cause higher prices, higher taxes, and higher unemployment so that rich people get richer and everyone else gets poorer. Then you use the money they give you to convince us that you are doing a good job.
You got it. E-Congress will make our government too transparent and too accountable. I will never get re-elected. Now if you will please leave. Goldman Sachs is walking over from their office on K Street to discuss their next bailout.